Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are San Diego.
The rains have gone, all clear. Baseball is back to Petco, and the Giants are in town. San Francisco's all-star catcher Buster Posey, key to the Giants' 6-game winning streak. Only 3.5 behind the Dodgers, and Matt Kemp. He's enjoying his personal Padre high, a 7-game hitting streak. Padres have won 4 in a row. As we welcome you to beautiful Petco Park on this Monday night, a big crowd expected. There'll be some orange and black of the Giants here, as the Giants and Padres renew their rivalry. They're 5-5 on the season so far. Mark Grant, Dick Enberg, we're delighted to be back. A few days away, and we got to get back to work here.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back, and the Padre fan as well. They're on kind of a streak right now. The rain delay, boy, the suspended game or the postponed game, wish they really could have went on and won that game and keep that streak going, keep that momentum. Hopefully it starts against the Giants.
But true hope will come if they can beat the best and one of the best here for 3, the Giants. Matt Kemp, his bat has awakened.
I'll tell you what, I hope the runners and the hitters before Matt Kemp get on base for Matt Kemp, because during the 7-game streak, hitting .429, 3 home runs, and 4 doubles. When you see these numbers, what is Matt Kemp doing correctly? Well, he's staying within the strike zone. Remember, earlier in the year, he'd swing out of the strike zone, dig himself into a hole, but he's crushing pitches, going the opposite way. That's the Matt Kemp we know, Dick. When he pulls the power, when he needs to. A breaking ball in, you got to pull that ball. But when he starts going to right center field for the doubles, that's when Matt Kemp is really swinging the bat well. It was evident last year. Hopefully it starts after the All-Star break tonight.
7-game hitting streak, 7 extra base hits. Let's hope that continues as well. How about Justin Upton? He's not in the lineup tonight. What's the latest report on the Padres cleanup hitter and all-star Upton? Chris Budden will have the news up to date when we come back to Petco.
went right by him, strike 3. And he got him.
Welcome back to San Diego. Ian Kennedy trying to get the Padres to win their 5th straight today and keep the streak going. But if they're going to do it, they're going to have to do it without one of their best players. Justin Upton not in the lineup today, still battling with a sore left oblique. It's the same injury that he suffered on the road trip before the All-Star game. Talked to Pat Murphy about the injury. He says it's never good when one of your best players is out in a big series against one of your rivals.
It's not the best thing for your ball club, for sure. You know, you'd love to have a force like that in there, and he showed signs of really becoming the force that he really is after a month of not having things go his way.
So the good news about Justin here is they don't think it's going to be a disabled list situation. They think it's day-to-day. Good thing would be getting him some rest maybe today, tomorrow, and see how it feels heading into tomorrow's game. But first up, it's game 1 against the Giants. A battle of the streets. The Giants, 6 games. The Padres, 4 games. Who will win out? We got first pitch coming up on Fox Sports San Diego.
Brought to you by 5-Hour Energy Shots. Have you tried great tasting 5-Hour Energy lately? By Petco, what we feed them matters. By Mercury Insurance, log on to mercuryinsurance.com today and see how much you could save. And by SeaWorld, discover the wonder of the sea. Well, some marine overhang tonight. Maybe the ball won't carry quite so well. 71 degrees at game time. Padres have taken the field against the San Francisco Giants, who are 49 and 43, 3.5 games back of the Dodgers in the NL West. And here's the Giants lineup, brought to you by Hyundai. Angel Pagan, Joe Panic hitting .315. Matt Duffy almost a 300 hitter. The Giants, in fact, have the best team batting average in all of the National League, .272. And there's the guy you've got to watch out for, Buster Posey. Is he tough with men and runners in scoring position? And with Hunter Pence back, it's a different Giant lineup. Brandon Belt will give you home runs. Brandon Crawford's having a big home run year. Gregor Blanco over 300. Oh, my. And Tim Hudson can swing the bat. That's a tough lineup for the Giants.
And the scouting report for right-hander Ian Kennedy is brought to you by Anderson Plumbing, Heating, and Air. And it looks something like this. Got to pitch better at home. The ERA above 6 for Ian Kennedy, and also keep the ball in the yard. Overall, 20 home runs in 16 starts. You figure out if you give up a home run per start, you're doing pretty good. But the home runs have been a big key for Ian Kennedy.
Check the Padres defense behind Kennedy. Brought to you by San Diego County Ford dealers. Venable moves to left field with Justin Upton out of the lineup. Brother Melvin Upton in center, Kemp in right. Solarte and Amarista on the left side. Jerko at second, Alonso at first, and Derek Norris behind the plate for the 30-year-old right-hander from Huntington Beach, Ian Kennedy. Angel Pagan strides to the plate, hitting just .238 left-handed, .347 right-handed. Lots of Giants fans here, and they came with their orange and black colors and their voices, and Kennedy will try to hit the mute button.
That's a big key, I would say, Dick. No doubt about it. They travel well, these San Francisco Giants.
Pagan, Panic, and Duffy. Padres will have to stop the 4 big P's in the Giants lineup. And we are underway. The first pitch, a strike on the outside corner. Pagan, Panic, Posey, and Pence. All key members of Bruce Bochy's starting lineup. They play Pagan straight away. No shift for him. The outfield swung a little toward left center, but the infield straight up. Matt Fagan calling the balls and strikes tonight. His partners on the bases, Fairchild, Holbrook, and the crew chief Gibson is at third. The 2-strike pitch. Little inside. So for Ian Kennedy, the last 4 starts, he's 0-4 with a respectable ERA, 3.38. But in those 4 games, the Padres have scored a total of 1 run.
Yeah, you would hope in those 4 games at least have 2 victories. He's done what he could.
Another foul.
He just can't control the offense on the other end, so he's just got to concentrate on putting up zeros. Hopefully the mechanics are in order for Ian Kennedy. Sometimes works underneath and around the baseball. Therefore, his pitches have a tendency to flatten out.
Young Joe Panic, who joined the Giants at midseason a year ago, and he's a legitimate star, and all-star, in fact, this year. Back with the 1-2, Kennedy. Line drive. Whoa, backhand stop. Amarista throws him out. That's a good start for the Padre defense. That ball was scorched to the backhand side of the little ninja, and he makes the play.
Not an easy play off the left-handed bat of Pagan. This ball is slicing, so Alexi has to get it on the short hop. Spins and makes a decent throw, and what a big key for any pitcher. You know, when the ball is off the bat, you're thinking, oh, here we go. I got to work from the stretch. But no. Ian Kennedy says, hats off to you, my shortstop, Alexi Amarista. Big first out.
Here's second baseman Joe Panic, a .315 hitter, and he takes strike 1, a fastball. Leads the team in runs scored and hits, and occasional power. A junior Buster Posey in looks. Pretty good pitch, 1-1.
We talked about the mechanics of Ian Kennedy, and he's made some adjustments over the last few starts, going back maybe 10 starts, but staying on top of that baseball. Lots out of the hand, pronates out in front, good stiff front leg, getting good force up top, working downhill.
Fly ball to left field. Venable cruises into the gap. 2 away. Brings up Matt Duffy. The Giants started the season without Hunter Pence, along with Posey, the leader of this team. They've missed him for a half a year. So how do they fill the gap? Well, Matt Duffy comes out of nowhere, replaces Pablo Sandoval, and is actually having a much better season than Pablo Sandoval in Boston. And then Panic continues to be an outstanding player. And then they get a top-notch pitcher. Rookie Chris Heston has a no-hitter and 9 wins. We'll see him tomorrow night. So Bruce Bochy's team, like all, have had their injuries. Matt Cain, we'll see him in the series, finally back, and Jake Peavy as well. But they're able to plug the gap with players within the system. And here's one of them, Duffy. 0-2. When we saw him in spring training, he looked like, yeah, he's a nice player and not much power, and might be a 230 hitter. Here he is at 299 with 8 home runs.
And we know when a young player has some success, it just breeds confidence. It starts to roll. Bruce Bochy shows confidence in him, puts him in the lineup.
That's more of the player we saw in spring training as Kennedy fools him with a curveball. 1-2-3 for Ian Kennedy. Jan Solarde will lead it off for the Padres. Jan Solarde will start things for the Padres. Here's the lineup, brought to you by Toyota. After Solarte, Alexi Amarista in the number 2 slot, Matt Kemp, and then Jed Jerko with Justin Upton out of the lineup will hit cleanup, followed by Yonder Alonso, then Derek Norris. Will Venable bat 7th, Melvin Upton Jr. will hit 8th, and then Kennedy against the right-hander Tim Hudson, who just turned 40 this past week.
And he's still flipping it up there. The shoulder was a little cranky there, so just coming off the DL. Sinker heavy. This kid likes to throw the sinker down the zone, and he locates well on the corners as well. He's got purpose with each and every pitch. If he misses over the heart of the plate, it's a big-time mistake for Hudson. Scouting report brought to you by Sleep Train. Woohoo! Your ticket to a better night's sleep.
First pitch is off the outside edge to Solarte, who is hitting .259 from the left side. Not quite so successful hitting right-handed, 193. Line drive, soft liner that's dying in right field. Pence has to play it on a hop and will hold Solarte to a single. So a blue pit for Solarte. Sounded like he might have broken his bat on that swing. Here's the defense for Bruce Bochy's Giants, brought to you by Renovation Realty. In the outfield, Blanco, Pagan, Pence from left to right. Crawford and Panic, the double play combination, a very good one. Duffy and Belt at the corners. Posey behind the plate. Alexi Amarista hitting just .207, but has had success against Hudson. He's 7 for 17.
I think a big key for the Padres tonight is to get to the pitcher early and get him in the stretch, but particularly Hudson. He hasn't been out there for a while. Get him into the stretch. Usually pitchers don't have their best stuff when they're in the stretch. A little first and third action early on.
Score early against these Giants is a key. Padres are 30-15 when they do score the first run. And so often the games between these two teams decided by 1 or 2 runs. So get that early lead. Crowd still filing in. A terrific audience on a Monday night. Way outside, 2-0.
Well, with Hudson, Dick, you're pretty much going to get that fastball that he's going to sink. He'll throw a splitter, a curveball, and a slider as well. But pretty much fastball splitters. You take a look at the gate early on, filling in still here at Petco Park.
Looks as if they might hit 30,000 on a Monday night. Outside again, 3-0. He doesn't walk many. He's had good success too, Tim Hudson, against the Padres. In his career, he's 7-4 and an ERA under 3. Misses away again on the 3-0. So the Padres have something going early. A Luke single and a walk with no one out, and that brings up their hottest hitter, Matt Kemp.
This is where the Padres have to attack early, because that's really out of character, as you mentioned, Dick, for Tim Hudson. Prior to this game, only 22 free passes and 92 plus innings. Just like an error, I think that's an error on Hudson's part. You got to take advantage of that.
He'll be watched closely coming back from the DL. Right shoulder soreness. He's missed the last 17 games. But Kemp, in this 7-game hitting streak, hitting .429 to raise his average up to .254. 3 home runs in the last 7 games. Check swing. He goes around. Most career runs batted in against the Giants. Kemp leads the way with 73. Chance to add right here.
Those big RBIs coming into Dodger blue against the Giants, that rivalry. Now Matt Kemp, hopefully he can chalk up another one right here.
Shift is on. 3 on the left side. Brandon Belt, the sole figure between first and second defensively. Solarte from second, Amarista from first. You saw that second pitch. Hudson stared in. He thought he had a strike at the knees, but didn't get the call. 2-1.